tell yourself and all our friends I was wrong and you were right. But your sins that happened in the dark will come out in the light. I'm not gonna waste my breath, I won't put up a fight. 'Cause the days are gonna whisper and the months are gonna talk until the years yell out the truth. Time will tell, time will tell on you. When a train whistles far away, and when the cold wind blows, when the lightning in your eyes reveals the darkness in your soul, the world will be reminded of what it already knows. 'Cause the days are gonna whisper and the months are gonna talk until the years yell out the truth. Time will tell, time will tell on you. No one may ever say a thing, but surely as the seasons change, you feel like every finger points at you 'cause you're to blame. And the days are gonna whisper and the months are gonna talk until the years yell out the truth. Time will tell, time will tell on you. It's gonna tell on you.
We are Sebastian Strong, and that's who we're here for today. And that is Brandon Maddox, who is an original writer. He's a singer, and he plays his own music, so check him out. And right now on the live, you can go down into the description, and there's 1,000 links in there. Brandon's is in there, so you can check it out. It's called Time Flies, for all those that are about to ask me who wrote that beautiful song. So, welcome to 1111 True Crime. We have a lot to go over today. I was so busy on my research yesterday because Sebastian is in my heart to stay. And I can't let go of understanding more and more about the victimology. And that's what this is about today. Now, we're going to be talking about some things today that are definitely interesting. I'm going to give you a kind of a rundown. We have about 5 topics here. We're going to talk about a polygraph, right? We're going to talk about Katie and who she called and didn't call. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of what about Chris moments. This is going to be very interesting. I've dug a little bit deeper into who Chris is. What his training and his specialties are, what his connections are, and so forth. We also have a call with, it is Christopher Proudfoot, and I've cleaned that call up for you guys, and it's a lot better than it was. And then we also, I have taken it upon myself to go get it from the original video and do the best I could, which, dang, I enhanced, and I'll show you what I did, the photograph, or actually the video footage, of the scratches, allegedly scratches. And I'm going to ask you what you think of those, because it's something. Oh, so a lot to cover. it's going to go about that kind of way in that kind of order. I want you to know you are probably watching a live. If you are not watching a live, you are watching replay. I want to humbly thank you for that because you beat the algorithm. And with that, that gets all the people, all the missing people's faces out there more because the algorithm feeds the public. So it's up to you how much this gets out there, and I appreciate all the support we can get because we are Sebastian Strong. We are not here for any specific person. To be fair, I have done a rundown, if you will, a deep dive into Katie somewhat. There's more to come. And now we're going to do Chris. And so Seth will be next. But let's talk about the polygraphs that were supposed to happen. And what happened yesterday? What was the news? And what are the rumors? And all that good stuff. But before we do that, I want to say hello to my all-star panel today. Lucy Lou Who, Summer Snow, Sam R, Cat H, Ellie Coon. Hello. Elise Coon, sorry. How's everybody? Interior Family Studios, Wildfire, and Sassy, thank you incredibly much for modding today, you guys. And with that, let's jump in, both feet. We're going to start off with just a little conversation here because we don't have anything back from Nancy Grace, and she's the one that's holding the answer on part of the question. So let's start with Seth Rogers, who is the real father of Sebastian. And he volunteered to Nancy Grace to take a polygraph. He is now letting us know that he has taken the polygraph. He has made a statement that he fell asleep in parts of it. I'll let you draw your own conclusions if you choose to. I am not drawing a conclusion until I hear the result. I'll save that for another day to dig down that rabbit hole when we know more. Now, if there were no answers coming, I'd be digging into it to see what we could get, but I trust Nancy Grace. So rather than steal her thunder, which I wouldn't know the answer anyway, we'll wait for that. Question. Did Chris Proudfoot take his polygraph that was allegedly supposed to be with TBI yet? We don't know. So I'll leave it there. Let you guys decide if you're going to just wait it out. You know, I don't always wait. Sometimes I want to think about it. But that's up to you guys. But I wanted to cover that. But before we dive, and I mean we're going to dive head first, deep. So make sure you've got protection on. Into Chris Proudfoot's life, I want you to think about this. I'm not even going to say a name or a child. This is a mother with a missing child. I'm going to give you a multiple choice question. You're going to have to put an A, a B, a C, or a D. All right, so get ready. I'm writing my answers down right now. Okay, A, B, C, or D, multiple choice. Okay, here you are. We're going to remove the mother part. You're just a parent or a babysitter, whatever. You are the one responsible for a child and the child goes missing. Do you A, call 911, B, call the real father, C, call someone 250 miles away, or D, call no one? What do you guys think? A, call 911, B, call the real father who lives close by, or C, call somebody that is 250 miles away, or D, just forget about it and don't look. I just want to know. Because if you don't know where your kid is, okay, you have no clue. That's a fact. In this scenario, You obviously do not have your child that you're supposed to be watching. So, let's go over it again. You don't know where the child is. You're innocent. You just simply want the child found. That's your goal. Do you call no one and just kind of look around? Well, I'm going to cross that off because I don't see a D. Do you call the stepdad 250 miles away? Do you call the real father? Do you call 911? You guys, of course, you're going to call A and B. Right? Probably B, then A, the real father, then 911. Can't find him. Okay? I just had to get that out the way. That's how I'm very concerned about that, because I can't figure that part out. I just can't get over that part. All right, you guys, we're gonna jump in. Are you ready for this? Get ready. Fair use disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we're going to jump into this real quick. Just a thought. Maybe not. Maybe I didn't get any volume on it. What happened? Hold on. Maybe we won't do this one. What happened?
The doors and windows, and I was like hollering his name, and I picked up the phone and I called my husband and I said, I can't find him. And he said, what do you mean? I said, he's not in this effing house. I can't find our son. And I jumped in my car and I drove around the neighborhood and I drove over by the school, and he's already at this point I was like hysterical and I was crying and I was screaming, and
What? So she starts to embellish, explain more, go into detail, her story, and he coughs. Now, I'm not a body language expert, but I'm sitting next to my husband, and I start going into too much detail of a story, and he only coughs once, and it's not like a, it's a, right? That's it. And I'd be like, oh, Mama D. Ooh, I growled like a cougar. Oh, Mama D, you're reaching for straws. He just had to clear his throat. Watch her reaction. She has to take a minute and reset her story. And she's running through her brain. And this is what happens. She goes back to what is called a key anchor in a narrative. And you'll hear her literally reset to that key anchor, and that is the three-way. Because you're not going to forget about a three-way call. Now, I'm going to back it up a little bit and let you listen to it all. She's explaining the actions she took. No, she didn't call 911. No, she didn't call the real father. She called someone, the stepdad, 250 miles away. Here you go.
the doors and windows, and I was like hollering his name, and I picked up the phone and I called my husband and I said, I can't find him. And he said, what do you mean? I said, he's not in this effing house. I can't find our son. And I jumped in my car and I drove around the neighborhood and I drove over by the school, and he's already at this point I was like hysterical and I was crying and I was screaming, and he was like three-wayed. He three-wayed law enforcement and was.
Did you see it? Okay, I'm going to back up a little bit, not that far.
He was like three-wayed
she's literally like tapping her seat or something, trying to come up with the anchor. The anchor. What's it called? What's it called? What do I do if I'm in trouble here? What part of the language and the narrative do I go to? And you can hear her tapping. And she's trying to come up with the scenario and get back on track after that cop, because that cop let her know that she is off track, all in my humble opinion. Here you go.
I jumped in my car and I drove around the neighborhood and I drove over by the school, and he's already at this point I was like hysterical and I was crying, I was screaming, and he was like three-wayed. He three-wayed law enforcement.
Holy crap! Sorry, I just blew your eardrums. He's doing it. He's doing 3 knocks. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Three-way, three-way, three-way. That's why he's doing it. Oh my God. Boom! Sorry, I just blow your eardrums. Y'all have to get used to me. I'm sorry. I get excited. Like it just blew my mind. I just caught that. Y'all on the live, we caught that. Listen to him. He knocks. My dogs are going nuts too because I'm knocking and crazy. And they're like, somebody's robbing us. Okay, listen to me. It's boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Listen, he is knocking to get her back on track. So he's probably knocking the seat or the wall or the side of his chair or her chair, right? Maybe the side of her chair so that she feels it. But you can hear 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And she's like, three-way. Oh, yeah. Here it is. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. My opinion only. Tell me what you think. Here we go.
He said, what do you mean? I said, he's not in this effing house. I can't find our son. And I jumped in my car and I drove around the neighborhood and I drove over by the school, and he's already at this point I was like hysterical and I was crying, I was screaming, and he was like three-wayed. He three-wayed law.
Nope, she don't move. Her one hand is in her crotch area, and the other hand she's using up there. It's not her knocking, it's him with his foot. He is tapping his foot on the hardwood floor. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. He is cueing her up to say three-way. Oh, I'm sorry, G Tweezin. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell. I've got to learn to be better. Okay, here we go. We're doing it again. He's tapping his foot. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Because she's like three-way. Listen again, y'all.
And I jumped in my car and I drove around the neighborhood and I drove over by the school, and he's already at this point I was like hysterical and I was crying, I was screaming, and he was like three-wayed. He three-wayed law enforcement, and was telling them our son is missing and we don't know what's going on.
So it backtracks her because she said all this, but she has to go back to the anchored part of the story, and so she has to tell it all. She can't just jump in the middle of the song and be like, well, here are the notes I'm playing. Because the truth, you can. The truth, somebody can say, what did you do today at 1 o'clock? And you'd be like, I ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. What did you do this morning? I got up out of bed and put on my socks. You can jump around, right? But she resets, and I know you're probably like, we've already heard this, but listen, she retells the story from where he is tapping his foot. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. He's keying her up for the three-way, and that's what gets her going, where she's like, three-way, the three-way call. Yeah. All right, here we go.
He said, what do you mean? I said, he's not in this effing house. I can't find our son. And I jumped in my car and I drove around the neighborhood and I drove over by the school, and he's already at this point I was like hysterical and I was crying, I was screaming, and he was like three-wayed. He three-wayed law enforcement, and was telling them like our son is missing and we don't know what's going on. And he was like, go back to the house, they're on their way. And I drove back to the house.
She ran back to the house. Oh, drove.
And
it is exhausting to keep up with a story when people are listening very intently if you are making it up. And I'm not saying she is. I'm just saying she looks exhausted trying to tell the story. Can I turn my volume up? My volume? You guys, what's my volume like? Because I'm showing maxed out, but that doesn't mean I am. Give me a big 1 if my volume is good to you. And give me a 2 if you need it louder. That right there blows my mind. And I didn't even catch that. I just follow my gut, and he's tapping the floor. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you guys. Oh, I can't turn the video up any louder. That's the way it was recorded, I think. Let me look. Yeah, it's at 100. Sorry, guys. Yep, the cop to shut her up. And then tap, 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 tap. Because that's three-way. Got it. Thank you, guys. Okay, so if your sound's not good, you guys, it could be that it's the recording of the video that I'm sharing. Okay? So I just wanted to get that out there. And then I kind of wanted to talk about this whole thing where he's queuing her up, you know. It's like tap, tap, tap. I can't get over that. Keep to the story. Tap, 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 tap. He's running the narrative. Oh, sorry that the video is quiet. She talks like a mouse, even though I showed you guys she's got skills. So let's talk about this. We've got to talk about the skills. Counselor Chris, which is a whole huge rabbit hole. And I've got a lot of information about him being a counselor, okay? Chris is a professional counselor. I'm about to break it open here for you. But before we get into that, and before we get into the enhanced scratches, I want you to listen to this call. Now, you may have heard this call before. It is out at the actual construction site where Sebastian allegedly, his scent was tracked. And you've got these searchers. Now, this is from True Crime Time. I've got the link pinned below for you guys. They're on the phone with Chris Proudfoot. So you may have heard it, but I have really been able to clean it up pretty good. There are parts, especially in the beginning, and another part where a female comes up and overtalks everybody. And so we don't get a perfect recording, but it is dramatically better. Okay? And in that, talking about a segue, we go from him tapping the floor to cue up the three-way call that Katie's going to talk about to get her back on track, right? To controlling the narrative with the actual searchers. So this is narked divers on the phone with Chris Proudfoot. Now, it's 8 minutes long, so I'm going to do my best to hold back from interrupting as much as I can, because I want to get this out with you guys. Here we go.
Said that they did, or he did, or didn't. I didn't.
Now, I have got this cranked to the maximum because it's hard to hear him. The quality is crap, beyond crap to start with. The creators have all done their best with the information that we have. And this is me cleaning up the original version that was released on or by True Crime Time. That's what I got for you. So here you go. You might be able to get a little note of understanding how he even talks about, he'll tell them this and he tells them it, but he doesn't want to get it out to the general public, and I don't know why. Here you go.
Know who she actually worked for, so.
Yeah, no, I mean, you guys
Yeah, well,
there's a lot of BS out there. People saying there was no dog scent.
that's what I heard, and then I read the article from the actual news, and it said that the dogs got a scent that they, from an article clothing or something, and then they tracked all the way here, like several
Well,
times.
here's your better one. There was the dispatcher. The call got released from the dispatchers to the deputies and the responding units. In that release of information, you can clearly hear the dispatcher and the cops all say, the dog's got a scent, it's over here at this pond.
Okay.
And I mean, for people to say, no, it didn't, it's like, now you're bullshit.
Yeah, and that's what
Deputies said that shit in the dispatch.
and that's what everybody kept saying. And I'm like, there's got to be some truth to this, because that doesn't make any sense. Like, so yeah, they tracked here. So
Yeah. And then, like I said, the path that they tracked. So, our subdivision, if you're in that subdivision,
Yeah, I'm-
directly, the next subdivision over to the left is our subdivision.
Okay.
It's called Victoria Place.
okay,
The scent that they got, as soon as you turn in our subdivision, you're on Kelly. Drive it all the way up to the very top of the hill. At a four-way, you'll see that to the right, they're cutting in the new road that will link
all this together. Okay.
Yeah. The scent
Is that what he's talking about? Directly right there? Oh.
So it tracked. Yeah, there was no question. The dogs were all there. Yeah, it was 100%. And do you know how much they actually drained?
They drained the whole thing.
It's okay.
So initially, when they went over to look at it, it was only knee deep. From the picture that you showed me, there's a lot of new runoff
Yeah, that's what
from
I
where
was
they're cutting. Yeah,
trying to figure out. I was like, I don't know how shallow it was before or after.
yeah. I'm 5'9", and it was knee deep.
Okay.
So, and they even drained it and still walked it.
Okay. So they actually walked it. I didn't know that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that is actually information that was told to me by law enforcement.
Yeah. So they actually.
Because I went on being law enforcement, they could put me in a vehicle.
Right.
Drove me around and showed me a bunch of stuff. I'm the only one that they've done that.
Okay.
So I can actually give you a little bit more information than what everybody's out there running their mouth.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going public with it.
No.
Quite honestly, I'm tired of the BS and the rumors.
That's what I kept trying to tell everybody. I was like, it's, the kid. Anyway, I said he left the house, and then the internet went crazy with rumors and speculation. And I was like, I don't go off of rumors. I go off of what we got now. And I said something about that pond. I said, and it just stopped. I said, so that's where I want to go. That's where I want to search and try to figure this out. And then,
So to work backwards from the pond, okay, if you were to walk from the pond, go straight up into the construction site, you'll see where they cut the road and it turns left. If you walk that all the way back, runs you to our subdivision.
okay.
If you go down Kelly, all the way down to Stafford, and walk down towards Stafford toward our house, from our house, if you're looking at my house, I'm going to tell you where the dog scent went. They started on the front porch.
Okay.
Because off the front porch, the dogs cut to the right. They go all the way down the side of the house along the fence.
So they went to the back side, or that
Right.
to the north.
If you're looking at my house,
Okay.
it's going to be the right-hand side. The dog goes all the way down the fence. The dog comes all the way back up into the yard, and then it cuts diagonally to the house next door to us through their backyard. And that is the direction which the dogs take off. Now after that, that's where they get over to the main road, go up Kellen, and head over to the other subdivision.
Okay. I
I
know.
mean, they've had dogs.
How many? Yeah, a lot of dogs.
But day one, there was 5 dogs. There was a Belgian Malinois, a blue bloodhound and a blue tick.
I know with good dogs, like, they'll do the track that's on the ground, and then if they smell a stronger scent in the air that's closer, they'll go to that direct scent. So if all the dogs were tracking actually on the ground, then I feel like this is the play, like the spot to figure it out. Because if he would have cross-tracked, like actually like headed back, they should have been able to pick up on it, like a good dog.
So, in the 8 days of the variance in searching, in the 8 days, on day 1, the 5 dogs did that. Out of the 8 days, three different dogs from 3 different groups went to that same area and that same scent. On day 1, 2 of those dogs did the same path.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that was the bloodhound and the blue tick.
It was probably the better dog.
Yeah, those 2 were probably the better ones. Now, the guy, man, I can't remember this guy. I called him Michael, but I think they call him Michelle.
Okay.
He's French. He's out of North Carolina, I believe. And he trains.
He trains canine handlers.
Yes. They brought his dogs out, and one of his dogs did that same path. From what I was told, that's why I was like, well, there we go, folks. That's why out of all the dogs, there was at least 3 consistent hits that do that.
Right. And then went to the strongest path, the strongest, most recent scent.
And there was a couple dogs, like one dog went over to Long Hole Pike and got there and he lost the scent. The rest of the dogs all picked up scent, but then they go in all different directions and they lose.
Well, I appreciate your information, and I'm going to try to figure this out and keep on working at it. And if I get anything, I'll let you know.
Yeah, that guy I sent you his info, Ken Wagner.
Okay.
He's the EMA director for Sumner County. He was the one, I guess, they were doing. He was responsible for the ground searching and the waterways and the caves and everything.
Okay.
If you can't reach out to him, he can give you more details as far as like the water.
What's been covered.
Yeah, and the caves and stuff. He'll probably even show you, maybe, I don't know, but I would reach out to him and he will give you the best physical aspects of the search that took place. He's the one that was in charge of it.
Okay. I can do that.
Alright, man.
All right.
If you need something,
Yeah, I'll give you a call.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Alright. Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Well. That was the actual call between divers that are searching for Sebastian and Chris Proudfoot. And he is guiding them everywhere. And guess what? They're reporting back to him. Oh, yeah, I'll give you a call. What? Why would any parents be leading the search like that behind the scenes, but refusing a poly? I can't, y'all. I cannot stand this. It drives me nuts because it's so confusing to me. Now, you may have to put headphones on for that call, but that is the best I can clean it up. I put it through an extensive system to clean it up, and that's the best I can get it. So what did come out of that search? Allegedly, it's being claimed that the divers found a dark-colored hat that looks very similar to a Lib Lucky hat, which is what Chris Proudfoot wore on that one interview with the lady that was like so soft-spoken, and Chris was wearing, well, it was this interview. Hold on. Nope, not this one. This interview. Nope, not this interview either. Okay, one of the interviews. He's wearing his Lib Lucky hat. And it's got a black 4-leaf clover on it. And then on the side, it says Lib Lucky. It looks like that's what they got. I don't know. I can't tell for sure. But it does look similar to that. And it makes me wonder. No, it wasn't Olivia's either. It was the lady that had dark colored hair, brown eyes. Yeah, that sounds like Olivia. She was a little bit older than Olivia. She was more like in her 40s probably. And she's from a news station. And it was the first interview I checked into. Now, let's see here. Let's get this open because we got so much to cover. It's crazy. So let me get over here real quick. We're going to start off with Chris the counselor. And where in the world did Mama D get that Chris is a counselor? Are you killing me? Are you kidding me? Well, we all know that he is a tower crane operator. And this is his LinkedIn. So we went over Katie's LinkedIn, and you can absolutely go watch that video. It got over 16,000 views in the last day, and it's very enlightening how skilled that woman is with IT communication. She was IT for the Navy. I kid you not. And I'm talking like, navigation systems, GPS, telephone systems, TV systems. Go watch the video. We're on to all about Christopher Proudfoot. All right. Look at this. What is he in the Navy, you guys? A career counselor. 16 years, 1 month. According to this, he was in it from 2003 to 2019. 16 years, 1 month, according to LinkedIn. Okay? Just saying. That's crazy, right? So I was all like, hold on. These are all my links. You'll have them down in the description. I was like, what is that? Here we go. Career counseling. My Navy HR, right? Career counseling. And these are the things you got here. Let's open this up a little bit and get it on camera for you. There we go. Career counseling. Now, it talks about some type of document you can get up here if you need it. Right here, though, it's explained to us what this is. Now, listen to what Chris allegedly did, according to LinkedIn. The Command Career Council, CCC, serves as a critical link between a sailor, their command, and supporting Navy organizations, including Navy Personnel Command, NPC. On behalf of the commanding officer, the CCC is responsible for managing the command's career development program. Assigned to a position of great trust, the CCC reports directly to the executive officer via the command master chief of the boat, or senior enlisted leader on all matters related to the Command Development Program management. The CCC is required to obtain access and use the following online systems to manage the Command Development Program. I need to go check on my dog, y'all. I am so sorry. I will be right back.
Tell yourself and all our friends I was wrong and you were right. But your sins that happened in the dark will come out in the light. I'm not gonna waste my breath, I won't put up a fight. 'Cause the days are gonna whisper and the months are gonna talk until the years yell out the truth. Time will tell, time will tell on you.
I'm back. Whew. Okay. So, sorry about that, but my dog had to go potty, so I took her out to the play yard. And I had to run up a bunch of stairs and all that. Anyway, he answers to some very important people, you guys, in the Navy, when he was in it. And I'm like, between the two of them, I hate to tell you guys, they got some serious status. And they're not going to be nervous around law enforcement. They've got some serious skills. And it's very concerning to me. And I was like, what else do I need to know, right? What else is there that we need to look at? Well, I'm going to leave the link down below of a few things you can check out. But I was curious. I wanted to see about his dad. So I looked him up. Terry Bowersox. And, is this the one? Hold on. This might not be. Yeah, this is it. I wanted to make sure it was Terry's. So this is his dad. And because of the fact that we heard the Nina story and they seem to get involved and back Chris on everything with children, even if there's complications, I was interested. They went on vacation when their step-grandson went missing. That's crazy. And he's in a motor coach, a big time motor coach. I'm not talking little one. I'm talking big time. And that was interesting, but not near as interesting. Let's get into this. This gets crazy. So let's talk about Kathy Bowersox, Chris's mom, right? If you've even seen the Nina interview, you know all about it. She works for REMAX, allegedly, okay, out of the Nashville metropolitan area. She is a real estate agent, okay, allegedly. And that's all it says on hers here. So then I was like, okay, interesting. And then I wanted to look at the house for a minute. So I'm just walking you through my research. It gets really interesting. Just a minute here. So we can get over here and we can see the house. This is what they have listed as the house. And I was thinking about where that dog went. Like, it tracked through the backyard, allegedly. Okay. So there it is. So would it have went that way? So if we went around the block, I was like, okay, we're going to drive around the block. We're going to see the first time we can turn. And look, it's a cul-de-sac that leads up into what? Woods. So if I'm, and I could be hearing it all wrong with the way that, but he said the big hill, right? Well, it dead ends. So I don't see where he's going to run there. I mean, if somebody's running away, they're going to run to get help. They're not going to be like, oh, I'm going to go in the big bad woods in the pitch black night barefoot without a coat, boot, or water. I would think that they would. Let me see. How do I get this up here? There we go. So let's go this way. We're still on the same road. Can't turn off yet. So I was like, all right, let's follow this. This is a driveway. All right. Now, right here, we could turn, I believe. Yeah, we could turn. And what is it? It's a cul-de-sac. Right? And then you come down here. It leaves us with only one road to go to leave. Right this way till we get here. And then it splits because we've now rejoined Kellen, which he talked about, right? This is what, when he was talking to the dog handler, Chris was talking about. So let's go this way for a while. Let's just say, okay, if we were to turn this way, I think this comes out. Yeah, this is what he was talking about. This Winonan. I believe that's a cul-de-sac. So, otherwise it leads out to the main area. Look. It's not that complicated. There's only like, here we go. Now we're on to and this is the dog, he said, that tracked to Longhorn Pike or whatever. Well, this is it. This is the road that the dog tracked to. One dog tracked this way and then lost it. Now let's go back the other way. And then we're going to look at them scratches because those are going to blow my mind. I mean, every time I look at it, I'm like, yeah. But I want your opinion because, I mean, it's important. Okay, at least we're coming up on a hill on Kellen. He talked about that. Now, I can't turn up yet. So we're going to keep going. Okay, now we could turn. Should we turn? Nope, we can't. Or can we? Nope, that's not a road. That's a cul-de-sac. So look, it comes here and look, it's over. Dead end. So there's no road for this kid to get to other than that one. Let me see. Maybe on Devon. Nope, cul-de-sac. So I found that interesting, all that talk about the dogs, and they're really, if we're talking about where the dog, you know, that one dog all by itself went all the way down off Sebastian's scent, allegedly, all the way down to the end of the road here. We'll keep going and we'll get back onto this long. Yeah, because that was a cul-de-sac. So it's a huge cul-de-sac except for right here. This Kellen Lane or whatever this is. And then he's talking about the Beach Cumberland Presbytery. Okay, let's go that way. Yes. Where does this go? Like, does it wrap behind? Okay, this is Honeysuckle Drive. Let's sneak up in here and see if we can work our way back near the Sebastian residence. I feel like I'm driving my car, so I'm not too lost. I just want to know how long this goes. I can't wait till I can just hold my mouse down and I can drive it like a car. Somebody make that for us. This gets very, very twisted, and this gets very narrow, almost like, and then what? And then it goes, what? And then it dead ends? Or can I go this way? Nope, it dead ends too. Wow. They are really in a cul-de-sac. So I do find that interesting. Whoop. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. I hit a wrong button. I'm going to come up here to topside for a few minutes. We'll leave this on the screen. Well, actually, we'll put this on the screen. Okay. This gets absolutely crazy, you guys. So, I was like, okay, I get all about the mother of Chris Proudfoot is into realty. The dad is in giant motorhome coaches for the rich. Let's see what kind of real estate she's into. Well, it just so happens I was listening to a caller that came in on the T-Rev 757 show. And this caller is local and happens to know of the family very well of the Bowersox. And he said, well, Kathy's brother is Danny Guy, and he owns second generation construction in Gallatin, and right next to that is a huge like dump recycling center, like a block, like within the block. Now I don't know if that's true about the block, but lo and behold, I did find out that indeed this is true. So think of all these construction sites. And here we're hearing about all these dogs hitting on that one construction site. And I find it strange that the Proudfoots are in serious construction. So this is one of the second generation. And they even have a YouTube video of one of the monstrous, like, $1 million homes they build. They build many. And this is his. You can see these homes are incredible. I mean, like, really nice. Really, really nice. This is their Facebook page. And then, where was it? Let me look this up real quick. Let's get on this. Okay. Let's hit this and see what this was. Is this Oh, this is just another place where you can see the kind of homes they build. Like, that's the outside grill and patio area. These are the homes. And this is what the mother of the Proudfoots sells. So I was like, okay, so that's what the uncle does of Chris. But what does that mean? I mean, how would the uncle be that interrelated? But then I looked up who we are. And boom, there he is. This is Danny Guy. We build a relationship with you that will last a lifetime. That's his wife. And then I was like, oh yeah, there's Danny, our guy. But who's this? The office manager is Kathy Bowersox, y'all. His mom is the office manager. Are you kidding me? Not only is she a real estate office manager, a real estate person, a realtor, but she's the office manager of this huge construction place. And all we're hearing about how the dogs hit on the construction site, and these are the people that went on vacation. And you've all listened to Nina talk about this family. And I'm like, whoa, this blows my mind. Y'all, I'm just saying, this reminds me of, let's look this up. What was that called? Under the Sea Villainess. Let's look it up. Let's go to images and see if we can catch one. And I want you to look at this. Yeah. Here, look. Oh, Lord. I'm not trying to be mean, but... Right? Hold on. I got to get this. Let me minimize this. We got to grab this. And I don't normally do this, but dang it. This family's getting to me. Okay, let's close that. Let's go back. Where's my little ticket? There it is. Okay. Look. You feel me? That's what I'm feeling right now. This is bothering me, you guys, terribly bad. That is troubling to me. That she is, look, it says office manager Kathy Bowersox. This is her brother. I said mother. It wasn't. It's her brother. She's the sister. Brother and sister. Okay? Brother, sister. Sorry. This is the uncle. This is the mother. Well, the mother of Chris, yes. So, right? And she's into real estate, too. I don't know. You guys tell me. That blew my mind. I was like, are you kidding me? All right. Without further ado, let's get this set up, you guys. I'm going to come up to top side, and we're going to talk. And then we're going to get into these scratches because wait for it, guys. Wait for it. Elmer Woods said, interesting. Seth said he thinks he knows where to look, but is having issues getting access. Could it be access to private property? You are very smart, Elmer Woods. I will give you that. I believe you could be very right. I think you could be right. That's just my humble opinion. Colleen Novak says, why would they drive to Alaska and not fly? Allegedly, they flew their own private jet after driving. I'm just saying. They got money. Emily Vickery says, I think CP was worried Sebastian would tell people and the court what C was like if he was told to speak for the case C has for his daughter. Also thinks Sebastian was threatened if he told Seth anything. Missy Frederick Carrs, the cops, FBI, and whoever is in charge have to have a real reason to deem case foul or under investigation. They've had to have found blood or something connected to Sebastian. Right. But they are leaving Nick Barris in the assumption that they do have their eyes on a interesting suspect. We'll just say it that way. Now, think about it. If this is true, and only if, then I would think it would be Katie, because she's the only one that TBI at this point that we know of was asked to take a poly by TBI. And she passed, allegedly. Or at least that's what they told her, right? Nina's story is true. If Nina's story is true, this is a scary family, says Verify. Right? Shay's Safe Place, I want to throw a shout out to your channel and tell you thank you for asking me if you could use that clip. Of course you can, lovely. Doomer Sterling, Mama D, you're really digging in. No stone unturned. This lot don't know what's hitting them. Hope not at my own peril. It's always like gotta just swallow your fear and dig in. You know, you can't let somebody with clout and money try to influence or scare you. You just gotta keep doing your thing. It could be federal property, Linda Burgett. Yeah, it could be federal property. It could be right there. We just don't know. Brian and Jill W., thank you for showing up to A Little Lemon True Crime. You say they have money, but can't spare a dime to increase the reward or help for the search. Bake, more important, shaking my head. Excellent point, Brian. You get a gold star. Boom. Okay, you guys. Let's get on here. Oh, welcome as Kitty Cat, as a new subscriber. Thank you for joining us. Welcome aboard. Okay. I was reading a comment, but we're going to keep going. So I broke it down in arms. Arms. The right to bear arms, right? Let's see if I can make this the right size so I know you're seeing it. So if you're on your phone, I would highly recommend, if you can, get on a larger screen, even tilting your phone so that it's landscape, or get on a television or a computer. You're going to have a lot better chance of seeing this. It's just too small for me to enlarge it without it pixelating out and washing out. Now, I don't just change a picture and be like, okay, here's the picture. I show you the original and what I've done to it. So this is the original right here. You can see it has what I call is a softness filter. A lot of our cameras actually have a slight blur to them to give that soft, cozy, comfortable feel to a picture. But when you remove that filter, you get this picture right here on your right. And it's sharpening things. It brings things into a crisp format. I also slightly lightened the picture because this is a very dark kind of picture. And so I lightened it and I removed the blur from it. So right here, I'm going to blow this up just a little bit for you. Okay. Sorry. Let me get it big enough where you can see it. See it right here. This is the right arm, his right hand, forearm. And you can see there's like da-da-da-da-da, and there's another set. And I was like, what in the world is that? Look at this. Look at this. Now I blow it up even bigger. But even here, can you not see this right here? Let's do a little drawing. Get our handy dandy little notebook. We'll go about right there. Look at this. See it right here. Do you see it? That's what everybody's looking at. Now, what gets me is that it's 4 dots. Exactly 4. It's in a slight curve. Now, we all know there's nobody with that big of a mouth that would cover his forearm that way. But they're 4 marks in a row. All right. Let's go a little bigger. So I'm going to take, whoops, I didn't mean to mark on that. Let's go back, get our little cursor back. All right. So I'm going to take this picture. Let's copy it. Okay. And we're going to come over here and paste it here and then blow it up. Now do you see it? Y'all, I cannot go with bite marks for me because there's no way anybody's mouth is that wide. Look at your forearm. Measure your mouth. There is no way. However, that looks like fingernail marks. I want you to curve your fingers in a claw. Claw mark. Like you're going to grab somebody's arm and claw. Now you've got the shape. Do you feel it? The curve that you can run. Like put your hands up in a claw. Right? Claw hands. Now, with one of your hands, leave the other in a claw. I want you to simply run your fingers underneath your claw fingers and feel that slight moon shape of your four fingers. It's a slight curve. That's what we got on the screen. And we've got it not once, but twice on this arm, apparently. In my humble opinion. Now, some of you may say, that's absolutely a bite mark. And you could be right. You may be right. I believe that this is fingernails dug deep into fence. And I believe it would be on the position. I've done the, what do you call it? Like, check to see. And it's very possible that these are fingernail marks or bite marks. It's not curved in both directions, actually, very much. But yeah, your fingers move. Your fingers move, and so are his arms. You might say, well, this is a bite mark. And you could be right. You could be right because you could look at it this way. So if you're saying that this is a bite mark, you could be 100% right if this is either the top jaw and this is the bottom jaw. If you're looking at it that way, let's get this picture over here. Let me clean up what I did. Hold on. All right. Let's look at this a little better. You could be right. I could see where it could be a bite mark too. Are you seeing this picture good enough? I'm trying to get it as large as I can without losing detail. I've cleaned this thing up a million ways to Sunday in the sense of lighting, but I can't, change much more. But yeah. Okay, let's get this. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and possibly 5. And then we've got a mark here, 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 and here. Do y'all see that? Now let's get that all up there. Let's take it as if it's a bite mark. If you look at it this way, I could see where it could very easily be a bite mark if it's not a fingernail thing. So if you go this being a top jaw, and maybe this is a bottom jaw. Those look like claw marks to you, Southern? Me too. Joe Puglish says, either way, they're called coward marks. Boom! You get a gold star. He says that it's his morky little puppies. Scratches and bites from them. Could be a headlock with somebody biting. Missy Frederick Carr says could be a headlock. Let me get back. Let's get this up here. I mean, to tell you guys, this is something. To me, in my opinion, right here. Now, what I was thinking would be that the person's hands, I'm going to draw fingers, would be like 1 finger, 2, 3, 4, 1 time. And then another grab would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. What do you guys think on that? Put up a picture of Sebastian's teeth. All right, let's get everything off the screen. And let's see. I do have, whoops. Let me get a picture of Sebastian real quick here. Give it a second, you guys, to open up. I've got a lot of pictures of Mr. Sebastian. Okay, let's close that. Let's get that up. Oh, what did I do wrong? Oh, we're in draw mode? Sorry. Okay. All right. Let's look at Sebastian's teeth. Look how spaced they are. That is interesting to me. Okay, good point, Piscola. I can't say your name properly, and please forgive me, but it's Piscologalucieraga. So I'm going to call you Kolag, okay? Oh my God, when someone hugs you from behind and their arm goes under your neck, it could be a bite. Or it would be a bite, in my opinion. You could be right. Deborah Vanderhoeven says, I do not think Chris Kate hurt the boy. Parents all love him and they say he is happy handful. Cops say no foul play. They too checked out trash truck dump. Hope they check again. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Missy. I appreciate that you said that. I do work hard for Sebastian. I do. And he is adorable. He is. Kathy believes it's bite marks. Joe says it's very jagged. It's jagged, y'all. I don't know. I gave you guys what I got. He's a counselor in the Navy for how many billion years? For careers and answers to some big, let's just say, big metal, right? Some brass tacks there and that. Medicine Tribe, welcome again. You say it is also possible those were made by Katie. She looked puppy and swollen at first interview, and a month later again in RB video, in my opinion. Camellia Sweden says some is deeper and others not the same. That's true. That is true. But man. Okay, let's look at a different picture, because I'm like, well, I don't want to be like, well, it happened to be the lighting or whatever. So let's get over to there. That's what we were looking at. Now let's get this picture. This picture, he's moved his arm completely in a completely different position. And you can see this is the original picture. I've done the exact same thing to this one. I've taken away the blur. I've lightened the picture. And now let's grab this, copy it, and boom, we got it right here. And then I enlarged it, and boom, it's still there. So it's definitely not the lighting of the camera. It's important that we see it when he moves, and his arm is in a completely different position. If you look, in the original one, his arm is downward facing, and this time it is across his body, and you can see it even more clearly if you ask me. And you can see more lower down here. This looks like something that went into a bite. To me, it looks like a battle. Gemini 65 says it looks like punctures. Like actual puncture wounds, you guys. I agree, Gemini. Doxy says, notice CP don't have scratches in previous interview with dark green shirt. Cindy Rose says, the whole country knows about Sebastian missing, so someone at a facility would have ratted out that situation. That isn't true, lovely. You can say the whole country knows, but they don't. I can go to any town in the state of Wisconsin, and I can guarantee you the first 10 people I ask, only maybe one will know about Sebastian. There are people that don't even know there's a true crime genre. You guys got to think bigger than that. We have a lot of work to cover. Now, with this, I was like, what about the other arm? Because he has two, and if he's got scratches on one, would he have it on the other? So, this is his left forearm we're going to look at. Again, the original picture. Did the same thing to it, right? Then, copy paste it here and bring it up. And he's got scratches above the elbow. He's got scratches all over. And yet, a different picture of the left arm, right? Different positions, so that I know it's not the camera lighting. We've got the picture here, and then boom, you've got a closer picture. I mean, to me, I could be totally wrong, but what is that? Aw, thank you, Janice Place. Thank you for that snooper chat. I'll treat the dogs to a bone. Hold on, boys. Mama's working. I'll be done in a minute. Nikki H says, I have been bitten before working in a car. You can be bitten through clothing. Let me reread that. And none appear different, and the bruises spread quite big. Also, on left, his elbow bruising and scratching as well. Thank you, Nikki H, for sharing that. That could be true. Through clothing might make a huge difference. Fingernails would scratch and dig in. Sherry Cross says, so when could these punctures happen? I do not know, because this is the first interview I saw. And this was with the first channel. I can't remember the name of it. Can't remember this interview. It's an actual news channel. Elmer Woods, wait, what? Chris didn't have these marks in an earlier interview. Did Katie lose her shit? Y'all, did Katie lose her shit? Do you want to hear him cough again? Tapping the floor? Trying to get her to say three-way? Because he talks for her. He's very controlling. Cat H says, my brothers always held me down to pick on me. I always bit because they held my arms down. Good point. WSMB says, Wes Craft. Thank you. His very first interview, says Michelle, Miss Michelle. So this is what I had for you, my lovelies. I worked very, very difficultly, hard to get Sebastian some answers. Do I have them? Not really, because we don't have Sebastian. But what did we accomplish today? We got his name out there. We talked about the polygraph. We're waiting on that with Nancy Grace. Seth, love, you need to get to bed if you're falling asleep during a Nancy Grace poly test. You just need to get to bed. I don't know what to think of that. I'm not drawing a conclusion. I'm waiting on Nancy Grace. I love you, Seth, but I'm just saying. Now, I am going to throw this little rumor out there. And somebody said they heard someone sneeze when Seth was doing an interview. And it was on the Pascal show. And they told me that that was Sebastian. First of all, animals sneeze. Cats sneeze. Dogs sneeze. People sneeze. Kids sneeze. Doesn't mean a thing to me. It certainly doesn't mean that Seth would have Sebastian. Simply because Seth was on camera. Now, nobody is my friend, but Sebastian, out of all of them. I stand by Sebastian. But I do want to say this. Seth was on camera before Sebastian went missing on camera. Like the last proof of life where Sebastian is seen at the Texas Roadhouse, Seth is at work on camera. Okay? And he stays there the whole time until he's called by not Katie. No. Nay. Not today or then. Katie never dialed 911. Katie never called the real father. Katie only called the controller. The husband. So, that's the most concerning thing of all for me, is when a mother has a missing child, especially autistic, and does not dial her first call to someone that can help. Because he's not help. You're not too hysterical to call 911. That's why they made it 3 digits. I'm just saying. So if you as a mother or a father, but especially a mother, that baby came out of your flesh and blood, out of your own body. And if you don't call, if you're not the one to call 911, and you were the one with the child when he went last missing or last seen, That's the biggest red flag. And you never, ever ask Seth, do you have Sebastian? Why not? How did you know, Katie? This is directly to you, from mom to mom. And I am an autistic son. So don't give me, oh, it's hard. I know. You listen to me, Katie. I want an answer from you. I don't care if you have to put it out there on somebody else's thing. I don't care if you email it to me. You explain to me how you knew Seth did not have him then. How did you know that Seth didn't grab your son? Because you never asked him. So how'd you know? I'm just asking you guys. I love you guys. You've been absolutely incredible. This is where we're leaving it tonight. And I will be back in the next day or so. Depends on how much research I get done. Oh, Sonia, lovely. Go watch. Hold on, you guys. Hold the phone, lovely. I'm going to show you guys what to go watch on Katie. I'm going to plug my own video because this is well worth your time. It's only about 15 minutes or so. Mom got real skills. Go watch my video where I really dig deep into Katie's background and what kind of skills she's got. It's an excellent video, I promise you. And with that, my lovely Luz, I don't have... Let me grab it real quick. I'm going to grab it. I'm going to grab our little thing that I think it is under Sebastian's name here to close on. It should be with clips, and I want it to say no, no, no. There it is. Okay. Hold on, you guys. All right. All right. I got it for us. I want us to get this out there for everybody. Make sure and have an excellent weekend, you guys. I'm cleaning house this weekend. I'm taking notes. I'm going to be digging in behind the scenes. I got a lot to talk about. There's a lot more to talk about. I just don't want to do a 5-hour live because I don't have the energy, and I know our brain gets fried. But I love you with all my heart. Pray because it helps. Seriously, it does. Pray for Sebastian. I pray for Sebastian. I love you all to the moon and back. Sebastian Strong. All right, Sebastian's Army. Get to work. Dig in. And share, share, share. Hit like on the video, you guys. It helps the algorithm, which means you're getting Sebastian's name out there. Love you. Bye.
You can tell yourself and all our friends I was wrong and you were right. But your sins that happened in the dark will come out in the light. I'm not gonna waste my breath. I won't put up a fight. 'Cause the days are gonna
sing
whisper,
it, you guys.
And the months are gonna talk. Until the years shall out the truth.
Sing it with me, you guys.
Time will tell. Time will tell on you.
This is for you, Sebastian Rogers. We absolutely adore you. We love you. And we will find you.
When a train whistles far away, and when the cold wind blows, when the lightning in your eyes reveals the darkness in your soul, the world will be reminded of what it already knows. 'Cause the days are gonna whisper, and the months are gonna talk. Until the years shall out the truth. Time will tell. Time will tell on you.
Love you, Brandon Maddox. You rock. You're amazing. Go check him out.
No one may ever say a thing, but surely as the seasons change, you feel like every finger points at you, 'cause you're to blame. And the days are gonna whisper, and the months are gonna talk, until the years yell out the truth.
I promise you.
Time will tell. Time will tell.